Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Metis Update live stream. My name is Elina Sinelnikova. I am Decentralization Coordinator at MetisDAO Foundation for the Metis ecosystem and my specialization at People. Today is our last live stream for the year. So for the agenda, we're going to do the year in review and also what's coming up in 2024. So get ready. And we're also going to have a Q&A at the end of the session. So please get ready with your questions as well. And of course, as usual, we have a disclaimer. This is not a financial advice. All the information that we provide in this live stream, that I provide in this live stream, is strictly educational. And we're going to be accepting questions via our Telegram chat. Please scan the QR code or just go to t.me/MetisDAO and ask your questions. You can start asking questions right away. If any of the questions will be answered in this live stream, we're going to just ignore them. But any additional questions that appears in the chat, of course, we're going to answer. And later on, we have other people that join in this stream to answer your questions as well. So here and in review for Metis. Metis ecosystem now grown, and now we have many Econodes, and we're going to be talking about that. This specific live stream, we're going to focus mostly on Metis L2 Econode, and here you see the new updated branding for Metis L2. This logo is the new colors and the new logo for Metis L2. We started our 2023 from the speech from our CTO and tech lead, Yuan Su, in Amsterdam at DevConnect. And all our slides with the reviews have QR codes, so you can quickly reference the speeches and all the news that was back then, and you can go and watch it later. So this speech was about decentralizing optimistic rollups. And this is something that we implementing early 2024, but the speech about that was in 2023, to give you the heads up. Next news was about MetisDAO Foundation strategy, and that's about what we are building. We're building decentralized community of companies, of Econodes, of Web3 companies on all levels. Of course, it decentralized on an infrastructure level, and that's what Yuan was talking about, and I showed it in the previous slide. But most importantly, we build a decentralization where the Web3 companies can work in a harmony with each other without any supervision from the above, without any single point of failure, without any Metis founders telling them what to do. And this is something unique that doesn't exist in our space yet, because what we see right now is Web3 companies are traveling from ecosystem to ecosystem, getting grants, but they don't find home anywhere because they don't have any say in that grants, they don't have any say in anything, because the founding teams that are leading teams, they have the say. So we're building something different, and that's what this announcement was about the strategy to build a governance for the Web3 companies. We call them decentralized autonomous companies, and that to provide them a home. And later on, MetisDAO Foundation also released the chronicles about all the events that been participated throughout the 2023 year 2023. So you can also find it in this QR code, this edition. And just to dig even further, because in 2023, we actually formalized MetisDAO Foundation is a nonprofit organization that is growing this decentralized Web3 economy of the Web3 companies. And right now, and this is what we started from, MetisDAO Foundation, um, managed to get 5 Econodes together, 5 Web3 companies together. And the most difficult part was to have these companies work with each other without a central authority. And that took us many months to introduce proper business processes and to have those companies to adopt them and so they can work together without any supervision from MetisDAO Foundation. So currently, MetisDAO Foundation doesn't have any say in any of the companies and they still work together and you see the results already. So who are these Econodes? In our previous live stream, I actually went through them, so I don't want to spend time to go into each Econode. I just do the very quick overview of them. Of course, L2 Econode is the one that providing the infrastructure, the Metis network that is home for all these Web3 companies that we're going to foster. ZKM Econode is building a global settlement layer and it's starting from the hybrid rollup. So for 2024, that's what ZKM Econode provides to Metis Layer 2 is the hybrid rollup solution. When we don't need to wait 7 days anymore for the withdrawal, when the transactions can be approved right away using the zero knowledge virtual machine and zero knowledge virtual solution that ZKM is building. And in this year, ZKM already introduced the early contributors program, was able to grow their community to 11,000 people right now. And also it is, the test net is coming up in early 2024, and so is hybrid rollup, so stay tuned. Core Econode is providing a very valuable tool for Metis ecosystem, and also a separate Econode that is in charge of the boost branding and marketing among the Econodes inside of the system. This Econode is already bringing in revenue, even though this is a startup. It brought the revenue right from the bat, like when it launched. And also it is more effective than Twitter because it actually acts as a decentralized tool for people to come and earn for their voice, and for the brands as well come in a decentralized way and promote their brands. It is less costly than Twitter and has 100 times more engagement than Twitter as well. And also it can be used as a tool for the ecosystem development to attract new contributors. And that's what Core is right now working with ZKM Econode, and very successfully. Nuvo is our engine for the reputation power and digital identity as well, and also Metis ecosystem gateway to Web2 companies. Right now, Nuvo is working with, in terms of the Web2, with Hong Kong government to modernize their health system using the digital identity, and as well as they're working with 2 Mexican cities to also on a digital identity ground. So it is going into Web2 companies, retail companies, and offering the services. So that's what Nuvo is doing right now. And of course, it's providing all the reputation power for the Metis ecosystem as well. And P1X Labs is incubating projects, new projects that will be coming on to Metis in 2024 and actually end of 2023 already as well. Now that we're done with all the Econodes news and all the Econodes rollout that we did in 2023, we go on with the Metis L2. What happened on Metis L2 in 2023? So the first step in IVY deployment is BGD. This is the organization that creates the technical reviews of the ecosystems. I did a technical review of the Metis ecosystem, and you can see it scanning this QR code. Stargate Finance was deployed on Metis. You can also find the Stargate Finance scanning the QR code. Banksa, which is on an off-ramp solution, integrated Metis. And in the middle of 2023, the hybrid rollup concept was introduced, and that's what I already talked about. The ZKM, the hybrid rollup solution, will be implemented in 2024 and will provide the elimination of 7-day wait time, but makes this the optimistic rollup, Metis optimistic rollup, even more secure. In the mid 2023, Metis roadmap was released in terms of the decentralization. And that's what something that you already see is being implemented right now, multiple sequencers, and also hybrid rollup is coming in 2024. And a roadmap about that was released in 2023. Crypto.com enabled deposit in withdrawals via Metis network, also in 2023. And lending markets, Avi version 3 launched officially in Metis on also in 2023. Metis L2 also implemented new Metis Explorer following requests, multiple requests from the community. So now you can see the explorer.metis.io, the new one, and it's with a very user-friendly interface where you can find everything about transactions, addresses, tokens, and prices. Layer 3 helped us to introduce series of DeFi quests for Metis. If you would like to participate in any of them, you can still go and scan this QR code. Also, Metis L2 introduced 5 million DeFi incentive program that is being used by Avi and other DeFi tools and DeFi apps on Metis ecosystem. We asked our community about data availability migration governance, which is actually needed for implementing decentralized sequencers. And we received a very positive vote, 99.81%. Decentralized sequencer announcement and research went on ETH Research in 2023 as well. Trust Wallet integrated in 2023. And it's very recent news. Metis L2 also announced the 100 million ecosystem development fund, which will give grants to new projects, new deployments, existing projects, as well as the builder mining rewards, and most importantly for the sequencer mining, because that's what we're implementing in 2024, decentralized sequencers. Now that we have our 2023 out of the way, we are moving into 2024 and looking forward. So what's coming up? These are the most important milestones in the 2024. Of course, decentralized sequencers will be front and center, and front literally because this is first thing that we are implementing in 2024 in terms of the Metis L2. Also, the hybrid rollup will be introduced by ZKM Econode and also will be implemented in 2024 according to the roadmap. Decentralized governance for decentralized sequencers, of course, and then later on for the whole Metis ecosystems, including all the DACs and Econodes and how they will bring the value to the ecosystem and how they draw value from the Metis ecosystem as well. So this is the task that right now is getting solved by Metis Layer 2. Developing this decentralized governance, and on the roadmap, it's also to be implemented in 2024. After this governance implemented, Metis ecosystem will become truly decentralized on all levels, on the infrastructure level because of the decentralized sequencers, and on the governance level as well, on the business level as well. New apps are coming up: SocialFi, GameFi, decentralized exchange. So one of the decentralized exchanges that coming up to the Metis Layer 2 is actually created with the help of the Camelot team from Arbitrum. So this is something that we are very much looking forward to. And also the liquid staking apps launching to support the infrastructure security, because not everyone can run decentralized sequencers, but people can pull together to hold one decentralized sequencer together. And that's what liquid staking protocols are for. So nowadays, in 2024, for the Metis Layer 2, main focus is still decentralized sequencers. Because, of course, decentralization is the most important part of the vision. So when we created Metis L2 in the very beginning, that's what was the vision: complete decentralization. And of course, in terms of the leading the way of removing this single point of failure, we will be one of the first layer twos that implement that. So removing single point of failure, which is founding team, which is one centralized sequencer, and give control for the network to the community to run multiple sequencers. And of course, the sequencer is going to bring liquidity and security, and minimize the transaction censorship as well. So decentralized sequencers is going to be very big narrative in 2024. That's what we believe. So what's currently happening in L2 world, in L2's ecosystem? Right now, existing L2s providing either stack as a service or retrospective funding to develop the ecosystems. And also, of course, as you know, other ecosystem providing staking to earn yield. And that's basically it. Decentralization is a very touchy subject because first, it's really hard to build. And second, why? Why do we build decentralization? Of course, when you're a company that running a sequencer as the most layer twos, this is your revenue, and that's how you earn money. So therefore, it's very hard to let go of this centralization. But for the sustainability, for the sake of community, for offloading the risks from offloading kind of the regulatory risks as well. So this is something that needs to be done in our ecosystem. And that is what we're doing. There are a bunch of companies that are providing these shared sequencers as a service, but there are also tricks about that, because the questions are asked, and all layer twos right now are centralized, holding just one sequencer and deriving the profit from it. So therefore, the question would be asked for the shared sequencers. What are the economic benefits for L2 to adopt their solutions? So even somebody providing this infrastructure, why L2s would want to do that? That's question number one, even though I put it as a last question here. But that's a very important question. And if for the L2s, their current model works, because staking to earn the yield, what is it in there other than earning money from nothing? Actually, we can earn money from securing the layer two. And also layer twos are right now competing with the high performance layer ones. And we need to think about what's next for the layer twos actually. So, and why some of the layer twos, they have native tokens, and some of them, they have only governance tokens. You cannot stake governance tokens to secure your infrastructure. And that's kind of that this is the very hard question for the L2s. How do they secure their infrastructure? How do they remove this single point of failure? Most importantly, why do they need to decentralize? So answers for all the above question, of course, the need of decentralization, sustainability, and also native staking. And I'm going to cover it one by one. So why decentralization is important? In our world, in our blockchain world, in the Web3 world, this trust me model, it works, but only for some time. What if the founders are changed? What if the founders retire? How you can trust this company again? And also, will it last a lifetime? Of course not. So therefore, decentralization is very important. So you don't trust one person or one company, and you trust the mechanism and infrastructure instead. And infrastructure needs to be decentralized, and not only the governance part, not only the people voting for something, but it's actually on the infrastructure level too. So we can trust mechanism and not people. And proof of stake is the proven way to do it. So Ethereum right now, which is, well, we can say that the most robust ecosystem, the most developed ecosystem, is fully decentralized. There's no single party that controls it, even though there is a perception that there's Ethereum Foundation that doing something, but all Ethereum Foundation is just a bunch of the research people. They don't control the network. So and that network is completely decentralized and working on the proof of stake. All L2s, as a contrast, are centralized. And this is the huge gap and huge single point of failure. What if something happens to these companies? What if something happened on the regulatory landscape that these companies are operating in a jurisdiction? Will this one sequencer that they hold be gone? And what in this case happens to the people money that is contributed to this L2? So these are the questions. Majority of the people don't even know that if this centralized sequencer goes away, that it's not easy to get the money out. And in some cases, it's not even possible. So it's a huge risk for the community. And therefore, we are decentralizing. So we don't have this single point of failure anymore, that we don't rely on one company, that we don't rely on one person to run this sequencer, that we don't rely on one jurisdiction that will allow us to run this sequencer. So that's the next point, is sustainability, to remove the single point of failure. And also to secure a network in terms of the contribution-based mining. So the more contribution you bring into the ecosystem, into the network, into the infrastructure, the more mining rewards you extract. And all stakeholders would be aligned this way because this is a fair model. And then comes on the questions of the native staking. So when we create a fair model and secure network, the staking is the way to go because it's been proven. So staking for purpose, it's securing the network. If you stake and you run a sequencer, you less likely to, of course, to cheat or to neglect your sequencer. So you will be watching and working really hard to have it up and running all the time. So, and therefore you will be rewarded for it as well. And if you stake in for the consensus, when the L2s have the ETH as the gas fee, of course, they cannot rely on ETH to be staked. They need the native token to be staked in order to secure the network. And that's why we created our own native token as a gas fee for the L2, because we envisioned the situation in the past. And therefore, now we are securing network to stake for the consensus. And also it is correlates with the staking as a utility, because that's reason this is one of the reasons when L2 needs its native token and not just token for governance, because when you stake token for governance, it does not secure the network. And for the better decentralization, this native liquid staking, when a lot of people come together and stake their tokens to secure infrastructure, that brings even more decentralization, and of course opens the door to derivatives and also extracting value business. So here's a little bit of the math of what it is will look like when one sequencer, 5 sequencers, 30 sequencer, and infinite number of sequencers will stake the tokens. So yes, one sequencer can stake from anywhere from 20 to 100 tokens, and they will have corresponding rewards, of course. 5 sequencers, they stake 100 to 500 tokens, but when they stake, of course, the supply will reduce to this number. And when we have 30 sequencers, we'll be able to reduce altogether the supply to up to the 30%. And more sequencers will result in a more supply reduction. And of course, lower the supply, higher the value of the network as well. So expected results from this native staking will be that circulation supply will be reduced, proof of stake consensus will be formed and contributed to the security of the network, to making sure that network is secure. All stakeholders will be aligned because it's going to be fair for everyone. And it will all result in ecosystem sustainability, and ecosystem will be thriving as a result. So that the fund that was just announced, $100 million ecosystem fund, it is all in Metis tokens, and it's going to go towards sequencer mining, builder mining rewards, product development, new protocols deployment, liquidity as the products launches, audits, and liquidity mining as well. So potential recipients of this is going to be decentralized finance apps, real world assets, social fi, non-fungible tokens, cross-chain technology, and you can read it after that in the slide as well. I don't need to read it. So, but the potential recipients, any DApp that comes in and can bring the value to the ecosystem. And at a later day, when the governance is introduced, the distribution of those funds will be decided by the companies that are already, by decentralized autonomous companies, by Econodes that are already in the ecosystem. It's not going to be decided just by committee of 2 people or the founders or any single entity. So that is going to be decided by the community. So if you would like to run a sequencer and you are node operator or liquidity provider or both, please contact us at sequencer@metis.io. We still are getting our first sequencers in place in order to launch in early 2024. So reach out to us, sequencer@metis.io, if you would like to hold a sequencer. And if you're thinking of deploying your DApp on a Metis ecosystem with the other ones that are coming early this year, and you would like to receive the grant, please contact us at contact@metis.io or scan this QR code. Because that's what our ecosystem development fund is for you. And now, questions. So we have actually quite a bit of time. And let me, so yeah, here, scan the QR code and enter your question here in the Telegram chat. So let me see what questions are coming up. All right, so the first question are what dApps should we expect on Metis 2024? So I think I already pretty much covered that, the types of the dApps. Yes, so we have DEXs that coming up, DeFi apps, social fi apps. We even have the gamify apps and NFTs, of course, and liquid staking protocols as well. So these are the ones that we are expected to get, and these are the ones that are already working towards launching on Metis layer 2. And just as you're thinking of the questions, so here is again how you can contact us in order to launch the dApp that you want. Not only to launch, but actually to receive the funding. Do we need any hardware to participate in the mining? It's actually not a requirement because we created a model when it could be the partnerships when infrastructure is provided. So this is absolutely open to all technical and non-technical users. You don't need to specific hardware to join because you can join via liquid staking protocol. Okay, so while we're gathering questions, because we have also question coming from the YouTube channel, so just give me a moment to gather them all. And I also will, okay, so. I also bring other people to answer the questions as well. So let me introduce, okay, so Kevin came in to answer the questions, and also I will ask our Metis L2 lead to come and answer the questions too.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I saw this question about staking, sequencer staking. And APR architecture is way similar to what we used to have for DAG staking on MetisDAO mainnet launch a few years ago. Actually, staking will be in different format. For sequencer nodes, they will need to stake to secure a network to run the node. So that will be open to the node operators. But for our community members, actually, they can expect a new protocol launch from P1X. It's a liquid staking protocol, which you can just stake your Metis into that protocol and to earn the yield from the sequencer mining. So for that one is pretty similar to the past practice. But you can expect more information when they launch, through our CEG and have more details announced to the public. Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
No problem.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, Lena.
Hey, Tom. So we have Tom No here, who is the Metis L2 lead.
It's great to be here.
Yes. All right, so we also have a question. In 2024, will Metis do in real life events and hackathon events in different countries? So the next one that we're going to be, of course, putting bounties for participating is ETH Denver. That is going to be in Denver at the end of February, beginning of March. So this is something you can expect all our Econodes to be in, including L2 and ZKM, and also there will be ZK Hacker House, organized by ZKM Econode. In there is in real life events. All right, so yeah, Tom, you can. Okay.
Yes. So the next question is,
Mhm.
are testers? Let's see here. Let me read the question. Are tester going to be rewarded to participate in testnet? So we partner with top level sequencer operators in the industry to support kind of this push forward to decentralize and the technology of the decentralization of the pool. As in for users, we haven't announced anything yet, but we highly encourage the community to help support testing with some of the dApps that we'll be launching on testnets as well. So just stay tuned for more information. But we are encouraging community to test and support the test of the sequencer.
Awesome. Thank
Amazing.
you. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, and we'll be rewarding participants to the ones that will be testing.
Yeah, I
Yes.
saw the next one. Will there be possible challenges with the sequencers, and how will mitigate these things to happen? For our new technology to be launched, um, the challenges will be always there, but I think we are pretty confident that our tech team, our dev team, can handle these challenges. Just like we launched the, Metis Layer 2 as the first one to launch Metis Layer 2. And this network has been operating smoothly for the past 2 years. I think this can show our, capability in the dev team. So we have full confidence in that. If there's something happen, I'm fully confident they can handle it. So, but we also want you to be assured that we have put a lot of resource and time to test and to, secure the sequencer. So yeah, thanks for the question. We have been, very value this network security.
I can go ahead and take the next question.
Yeah, go
So
ahead,
one
Tom.
of the community members asked, out of the infrastructure that are missing on Metis, what are we seeing that's most exciting for people to build and for developers? Currently, we're working closely with some of our top tier partners, Layer Zero, Chainlink as well, to explore interoperability for the network. In the blockchain space, we feel like this is the way of the future. As we're getting ready to launch our decentralized sequencer, liquid staking is a big topic, and it's kind of the driving narrative for the space at the moment. So we invite builders who are in this space to build, MEV operators as well. This feeds into the capital flywheel of any blockchain ecosystem. So we're really excited about that. We have some dApps that will be onboarding fairly soon. Some have probably been following us. We have Hercules, we have Lead Tech, we have Anki as well. So these are some of the ecosystem projects that we're building. So we're really excited about these builders and these teams that's launching soon.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah. So next one is, how will hybrid rollup and ZKM affect the Metis ecosystem? Actually, this is a very good question. I think for ZKM, the project is building a general purpose ZK VM to provide their knowledge proof and to enable computation, verifiable computation. So for hybrid rollup, it's gonna be the first use case for ZKM, and Metis is gonna be the first one to utilize this hybrid rollup structure. So users will benefit from this new technology when they withdraw funds from layer 2 to Ethereum. they don't have to wait for 7 days, and the ZK part can provide fast finality, so you can withdraw funds almost instantly. So that is ZKM is helping Metis ecosystem to achieve that kind of a much better user experience. And we believe that with this, fast withdrawal and efficiency of the capital, large funds will also come into the ecosystem. Yeah, thanks.
There's a question if people can vote with the staked tokens because they're on a snapshot. Like if the tokens are staked, can they use the staked tokens to vote?
I can do this. Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, I think that's just a configuration from the snapshot part. So it's possible that people can stake and can also vote. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Can they stake NFTs? I don't think for these decentralized sequencers it's going to be possible, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, currently I don't think we have this kind of plan.
Yeah, no NFT staking for now, but since it is a decentralized network, so the governance is going to be, of course, catering to the best for the security and for the community as well. So in the future, it's pretty open question.
I can take the next question. So the question is, are there any discussions with Metis technology with traditional banking? We see this as a sector that we want to really explore and work with, being one of the scaling solution with the lowest fees, fixed rate as well. It makes a lot of sense for fintech companies and operators and even banks to have a predictable model that they can really forecast. So this is an area that we are exploring. We recently partnered with Versal Payment to provide infrastructure payment on the Metis network. So that is being integrated as we speak. So as in traditional banking, I think this is a regulatory approach, but yes, this is a sector that we are exploring.
Okay, next one, the boosted rewards for verified nodes operate on Inky. Any word on the APR? I think this is a question you should ask Enki. I believe they have some, incentive model to help the co-launch. So yeah, please ask Enki in their community. Thanks.
And then just to remind you that if you would like to be considered as a potential sequencer, if you have an infrastructure or liquidity, please contact us at sequencer@metis.io. And if you are thinking about deploying a DApp and need funding on Metis, please reach out to contact@metis.io because that's what we issued the 100 million ecosystem fund for.
Amazing.
Awesome. Okay, guys. So thank you. So we are right now coming to the time. Wishing you all a very happy new 2024. This is our last live stream for the 2023. 2023 was interesting, good, and it was really good for Metis in terms of the decentralization and working independently of the single party. We decentralized into the Econodes, and we've proven that this system works. So we continue decentralizing further, but first and foremost, we decentralizing on an infrastructure level, bringing in community players, the decentralized sequencers, you all to secure the network and to create this thriving network of Metis in the 2024. So therefore, happy new 2024. Merry Christmas if you celebrate, happy holidays if you take the holidays out. We will be working, but you have a great time over the holidays. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please reach out to us on Telegram. And of course, contact us at sequencers@metis.io and contact@metis.io. Thank you very much. My name is Elina Sinelnikova. I am the CEO of People. Thank you and have a great rest of the day. Bye bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.